6th, 2023. If I have anyone who's ready to present a motion for approval.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from February the 6th, 2023. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, the same. That motion passes. We have no old business before the commission. Moving into new business, we have the first application is for ratification. Philip Pitts, address 421 Williams Avenue, roof replacement emergency status. He was replacing the roof with the same. Do I have a motion for ratification?
Move to approve the ratification.
I have a motion for ratification, a second from Dr.
Second.
Owens to approve ratification of application 4.1. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. That motion passes. Application 4.2, Frank Taylor, 846 Second Street. Is Mr. Taylor here or someone from that group? Can you come to the podium and tell us a little bit about what you're proposing to do, and we'll take it from there.
All righty. The address 846 Second Street. I want to propose that I want to change the color of the home to at least about the shade of blue with the white trim, handrails. I would like to stain them along with the columns as of this painting right here. I also would like to have a red door, and I want to reconstruct the steps. I want to redo the steps to be either a gray type step with mortar, not changing them, they just want to redo it, and or red to white brick steps. Let's see. Along with the handrails, they have original handrails there. They're kind of old and outdated. I want to also take them off, sand them down, paint them black, replace them back.
You talking about the handrails on the staircase going
Yes,
up?
yes, sir. And the porch is going to be redone as well. But I just want to leave it in the same style that it is now. I just want to make it look more better and safer for my tenants.
Okay.
Steve, can you see the samples of color there?
Yes, ma'am.
I can't see it on mine, but probably because I don't know how to use this.
Go to,
I've got this. I've got the application up now. Is it a part here?
it's on your first, it's on the
I'm sorry it
bottom.
takes so much time.
We're going to computers for the first time tonight. so
Oh,
it's-
here we go. Oh,
Okay,
So
okay.
it's the first time everybody's navigating applications that are electronic rather than paper. So everybody sees the
I'm
colors.
sorry.
charts.
I can see it right here. Thank you.
Okay, based on what he's applying for, you'll see the original layout of the house. Second page, you'll see the,
There
where
we
he's
go.
intending on putting the
Yeah,
railings.
okay.
You'll see where he's intending on applying the paint color. Is there anything else that you're asking for this month?
Yes, sir. I would like to also add, I want to try to put gutters around it. I'm having some problem at the back where water is infiltrating the back part of the home, and it's causing apartment B to get water damage all inside there. So I want to divert the water down that way, and also put a French drain toward the back to help divert the water out the back as well.
What do you want to do with the gutters? Aluminum gutters?
I want to do probably white, PVC, kind of get it going that way.
Matching the trim color?
Matching the trim, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
And a possible, I know it's not on here, but a possible roof, if I could squeeze that in here. I got some contractors coming down just to take a peek to see, but it's not leaking, but it is, as you see on the pictures, it's kind of really outdated. They denied my insurance because of it, and they're going to get rid of it's going to be canceled in the next month.
Do you have a choice of the shingles that you're proposing to use?
Black architectural shingles.
20-year?
30.
30-year, okay.
Yes, sir.
Same color, black?
Black, yes, sir.
All right. Anything else that you're proposing?
As of now, that's it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what we're looking at is a painting application, and you'll see the colors that are located on the first page that would apply to the trim and the original part of the house.
I see.
You see his staircase, proposal for staircase renovation, which inclusive of the sample that he desires for the steps to look like. And you see also he's looking to put a railing in, and he shows you an example of the metal railing that he's proposing on page 10 at the bottom. He's also proposing to apply or add a gutter to the rear of the house using white PVC guttering that would be supported by a French drain, which would be underground.
Yes,
That's pretty
correct.
much everything?
That's pretty much everything.
Okay, any discussion or questions on the applications before us?
I motion that we approve the application.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the application with the addition of the white PVC
Yes.
gutter and the French drain.
Yes.
Okay, so I have Ms. Robertson that's requesting that motion or making that motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
A second from Dr. Owens. Any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, let's proceed to vote. All those in favor of the motion as presented, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, the same. That motion passes. So you're good to
Amen.
go, and you do have approval for the roof. Now,
Okay.
if you decide to come back and change the roof,
Okay.
make sure you come back to the commission, but we're approving it based on black,
Yes.
30-year architectural shingles. So if you make a change, just report it to the office.
Yes, sir, I will. Thank
Okay,
y'all.
Thank you.
And
For
thank
everything.
y'all for that house
It's,
Oh, yes.
it's one of the
It
most
is.
historic ones down on that
Yes.
end. And,
We really
that's-
want to bring up the community and make it look nice for y'all. We really
Second
do.
Street is really coming along.
Yes,
I was
sir.
afraid it was
People
gonna
taking
fall
that
in.
same.
Yes, sir.
Y'all wanna buy that house next door too? There's one more.
It'd be nice, we've been looking at it.
It's falling down too. It's
Yeah,
so beautiful.
it is. We can really make that look nice as well.
Yeah.
I see
It's one
everybody.
thing at a time, I understand, so,
Yeah, that's
Well,
it.
good luck.
yeah.
The
good
whole
Yes.
community have been talking about the one at the corner of Texas and Washington. They've been really liking that one, so we want to make the same thing look as
The
well.
one that's been sitting there with the no windows and no.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
You think about doing that one?
Yeah, we redid it. No, at the
that
corner
one-
of Texas and
No,
Washington.
that's the
Yes,
one.
Texas and Washington, the one that's sitting
Yeah.
there that, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you did the one that's on Texas?
The corner, right, but,
I
yeah,
remember.
with the
I
historic,
remember.
with the bricks, yep.
With the red bricks?
Yep, that's it.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty too.
It's very beautiful. A
Well,
lot
just
of,
keep it up.
yes, ma'am, we will.
There's several more.
You're supported,
Yes, ma'am.
in other words, I know they're
Yeah,
not
I'm
supporting you
really
financially, but
dedicated
you're
to the
supported with
historic
love.
community. I love it. I just want to make it look beautiful.
Well,
Right.
we
Okay,
thank you
we're in
for
business
that.
with your application, all is good.
All right.
Thank you.
y'all. All right.
That's great.
Okay, moving along,
Go back to the agenda.
we're gonna go back to application, 0403, Rachel Dean with Dean Durham Investments. Address of the property is
Dean Dermatology.
Dean Dermatology, 216 University Parkway. And for those of you who don't know, that was Charles Seaman's old office across from the university.
That's correct.
So what are you thinking about doing?
So I'm Dr. Rachel Dean, for those of you who I have not met. And we started this project, I bought that building almost 4 years ago, and that was before COVID. I've been here before to get paint color approval. And we had big dreams to put an elevator in that building so that I could utilize all of the space, because it's not very big. It's only about 2,200 square feet. We had started all of that, I guess about, I don't know, a year or two before COVID. We did get approval for everything, but then now it's cost prohibitive because the elevator expense is just way too much. And so I have a lot of older patients. I'm not going to ask them to walk up the stairs. I just don't even want to go that route. So we've gone back to the drawing board and hired a new contractor and a new architect. And the plan is now to do an addition on the bottom floor so that we can have the same amount of square footage, about 2,200 square feet, to utilize as my clinic. The upstairs will stay the same, and we'll just use it as office space and storage. And so we don't have our final plans yet, but we're using DSW Construction for our contractor, and then we have Mr. Ken Babin out of Shreveport, who is our architect. He's working on the final plans currently for us to submit for fire marshal approval and try to go ahead and pull a permit and get started. So I went ahead and just took our temporary drawings and the stuff that I found on Pinterest and put it together in a PowerPoint for you guys to go ahead and review some of the things we're planning on doing for the exterior. So I don't know if that's.
It needs to go down.
That's another application.
I brought the actual drawings with me if you all wanted to see them on
That's probably
paper.
going to help if you do that, because what's on here is not very big. I mean, I understand what you're saying you're doing, but that would help to view it.
So the first thing that I put on the PowerPoint were the paint colors, which I had Megan Lord, she's my historic preservation consultant out of Alexandria, to put together a little visual for you guys. And you guys approved the paint colors originally, so I showed those. If you scroll back one, you can see the paint colors. And you guys already approved the smaller one on the left.
Yeah.
But I've since changed my logo to be a little bit warmer of the peach, and the gray is a little bit more grayish rather than the blue-gray. So it's a very subtle change. We're keeping all the placement the same, just changing those colors, two of the colors. So that was the first thing.
Colors included.
And what about the print on the sign, Dr. Dean? Do you have you enlarged that? Because it was difficult to see.
I did, but whenever they printed it, it looked very orange and black, so it looked more Halloween colors when it came out printed. So I just took the sign down too for now. Also because we had such a holdup with what are we gonna do with this property? Are we gonna sell it? Are we gonna move forward or not? So I don't have a sign up currently, but like I said, my logo has been redone with a little bit softer, warmer tones, and so we'll redo a sign, and I'll come to you guys when it comes time for that.
Let's take a look at the new addition. The paint colors, I see what you've got, and I see
That's-
the architectural shingle title, so that's good.
Yeah, so those are all there that I just handed to you. Scroll down one.
Okay, so you're adding on to
That
the
one.
left side of the building, which would be over here. Same wood color, same wood.
Similar siding to the main, so the main house is essentially staying exactly the same as far as the floor plan goes. And then we are going to have to remove some of those windows on the back in order to do the addition, but all of the windows that will be removed will be reused in the addition. We will not have any new windows at all. And then we're going to do a similar siding. One of the things the architect suggested was to use an actual foundation, concrete slab for the addition, because it's hard to kind of match, I think, the pier and beam and the way it settles over time. So what to keep it looking the same, we're going to, and I put an example on here of one that I liked for the skirting around the bottom of the building. So we'll do the same thing around the addition that we do on the main building, so that it all looks
That's a good idea.
So there's an extra building out back. Are you going to keep that, or are you going to just?
That will be part of the project too. It's the garage apartment, we'll rehab it when we do the rest of it. And it'll have the same colors, same color pattern, everything. Siding will be the same.
Slope of the roof's gonna match.
It is. I don't know what you call them, but those little notches on the main structure, on the plans he's doing now, he drew some of those to match.
Okay. Architectural shingles.
Yes, and I put an example, I think, in there of the shingles.
That's
You
the
sure
same
did,
as what
you
the
sure
house
did.
is.
Yeah, you sure did. Skirting is going to be, looks like lattice.
Yes, I liked
Framed
the,
lattice.
It'll be framed.
it'll be framed, for sure.
I know, okay, I see the railing for the stairs.
So the front of the building currently has just some, I think, just handicap accessible poles. I put an image in here of the current sign framing, and so the rails I want to match the sign frame. So for the handicap ramp and for the front door step. So that's the frame that's currently there for the signage. And then this was an example of something that I liked. And I've already been in touch with, what is the company? I don't remember.
Bryant.
I'm sorry.
Bryant.
maybe so steel, but they do a lot.
Magnolia steel.
Magnolia steel, and he said that they could do something like this very
He
easily.
does that, he does a lot of work in the district.
That's what he told me.
Okay,
Didn't you say the siding of the new structure will be the same as the current house?
I don't know that it'll be exactly the same material, but we'll try to match it very closely, the siding. We're not planning on using vinyl or anything like that. I think we have wood siding currently. And then whatever the shape is of the siding, we'll try to match it.
And paint, okay.
paint colors approved. She had amended them, but yeah, the application, we initially approved paint colors. And she submitted 2 new ones in place, and those are on file, and the same thing with the shingles. Okay.
I noticed the new structure has something that looks like a little walkway up to the back of the house. Is that like I can't really tell if it's steps or,
Let me see, can you scroll back just a little bit more, Chantrell? Let's see. So there will be that's the other thing I wanted to mention and I'm proposing was there will be 2 paved handicap accessible parking spots. The rest of it I wanted to have as just gravel. I wanted to keep it a little more natural looking, but
so that is an entrance?
there will be an entrance at the back, yes.
It's like a handicap entrance or?
The handicap entrance will come up to the porte cochere, underneath it, the covered part. Mhm,
But-
There's,
One from,
So
one from
this one-
Cypress Street and one from University Park.
Right.
exactly. The one that's currently facing Cypress, that'll be the handicap accessible entrance. And then there's the main entrance on University, and then there will be an entrance at the back of the addition as well.
That's the one I was looking at.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the handicap one right there. Yeah, that goes up underneath the portico.
It's already
Mm-hmm.
there.
Okay.
And the landscaping, I'll try to keep as much as I can. There are a lot of loropetalum there around the perimeter. I'll keep most of that and just kind of trim it down into a hedge. And then I think I'll probably put in some of those Texas sage in the front, by the front door patio, and probably some crepe myrtles. I'm going to try to hold on to as much as I can. Another reason I don't want to pave the parking lot concrete. I think that's everything for now.
So you have a new construction, detailed in terms of the wood, the roof, the paint color, slab. We talked about what you're gonna do with the existing storage in the back. We talked about parking in front. We talked about the roofing, handicap ramp, entrances, anything that we have not, paint is already approved, and we have amended it.
The signage is just amended?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
The sign itself is still in place, it's just haven't been put in.
She just took it down because they haven't been.
Do I have a motion for approval of the
I move
application?
approval of the application.
Second.
I have a motion from Dr. Crosno, a second from Ms. Robertson, to approve the application as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So glad I was giving up on you. I could understand why. You, good, good.
Chantrell, do we have a copy of these plans?
Yeah, but as soon as I get the fire marshal plans, I can bring them,
Okay.
copy by.
That way it'll go in your file.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, application, Rolling Hills Ministries, operating 400 University Parkway, and that's the old warehouse building, for all of you who may not know. And it's an application to add a roll-up door to the back wall of the building. And cannot read your handwriting to know who you are.
Okay, I'm David Abernathy.
David, come on to the podium and you can tell us what you're planning on doing. Like I said, for those who don't, this is the warehouse building on University Parkway. And it looks like you got an application for a rolling door in the back.
Right.
If everyone scroll to the back, you'll see a picture of a red wall,
You can
and
ask
you'll see where he's proposing to do some work. Tell us about it.
Okay, I'm David Abernathy. I'm Director of Rolling Hills, and we're excited about being in Natchitoches. This is we've been trying to get here 5 or 6 years, and
Welcome.
we are excited to be here. We are really in the process of trying to bring the building back to kind of where it was. One of the things we did on the interior was pull up all the plywood on the original flooring that was in there, and it is beautiful, even though it's well worn. But in the back of the building, there is a cinder block addition. It was racquetball courts, I think, at one time. And for us to utilize that cinder block addition, we need a 10 by 10 door to be able to access inside of that building. That drawing on there is not to scale. It was kind of just to give you a location. And I know that the plans that you have in front of you might be kind of small, but it's a 10 by 10 insulated door to give us access into that section of the building.
And he's giving you an example of, from overhead door, an insulated sectional back door. And we'll look on page 7. I'm sorry, page 25 of the packet. 2-inch polystyrene insulation. And what color are you gonna have it? Is it gonna be gray, or is it gonna be, I
We
say
have-
industrial, but
Well,
it
one
needs to
picture I
turn
saw
color.
was silver.
We have, I think, white illustrated there. Color is not necessarily an issue with us if you have a suggestion that you would like us to go with.
It's your call. I'm just saying, are you gonna keep the back of the building that same red color, or are you gonna paint that too?
That cinder block addition at some point is going to have to be painted. But right now, we're just trying to get in the building, and then we will take it one step at a time as we continue to make improvements.
My suggestion would stay with gray, because gray won't stand out as much as white would against that building, and it'll just, my thing is if you put white up there, it's gonna make the red stand out even worse.
Okay.
Maybe just consider just a simple gray or aluminum, just so it doesn't stand out.
Okay,
Anyway, that's entirely your choice.
okay.
Is there a way that door can be made secure so access to the building is not possible?
Yes, it will be locked from the
So
inside.
you can do that? Mhm. I'm interested in the water tower.
I'm interested in the water tower too. My wife is seated here, and she wants to keep it, and she wants to paint it. And I told her, that's not in the budget right now. But right now, the water tower's gonna stay like it is, but I would love to have
It's
that
a
thing
landmark.
painted. I mean, it's a fixture. It stands out. You can see it from,
Just like the one on the campus.
right, from a great distance. And maybe I have a thing for water towers, because when they tore the one down at Louisiana Tech and cut it up, I have a piece of it on my bookshelf, okay? So, it's not in the budget right now, though.
A long time ago, you could come up Highway 1 North and you'd see the water tower, like 5 miles away from town. That's how you knew you were getting into Natchitoches.
Wow.
And obviously, trees have grown and things have changed, but that's one of those icons I can remember as a child, seeing that water tower.
So it's not a working water tower then?
No, far from it,
Well, okay.
yeah.
One time when I was in college, I tried to paint the water tower with a spray, and it sprayed everybody's cars on 2nd Street. They had to go back to everybody's cars. Everybody's cars had, a film on it, but they were trying to paint it. I remember that, and my car was one that got caught in that.
Oh, my God.
It's an old tower, very historic.
So tell us about, what happened to that tree that was there?
The tree was something that had sprung up on its own. We contracted with Derek Payne to do the outside.
Yeah.
A lot of the flower beds were not serviceable. They were not salvageable. All the irrigation in them was gone. And so we really had to just kind of start over and with the irrigation and the tree removal as well that was going to be in the power lines or was already in the power lines.
Anyone have any questions for the applications as presented?
I move to approve the application as presented.
Second.
I have a motion from Dr. Crosno, second from Ms. Robertson, to approve the application as submitted for 400 University Parkway. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. That motion passes.
Thank you.
You got yourself a door.
One more question.
Go ahead.
So it's Rolling Hills Ministry, is it going to be a church? or-
No, it is going to be a thrift store. I have a pamphlet I'd like to leave with you.
Thrift store,
And this will be our 8th location. We have 7 stores across Louisiana and a bookstore that we've opened, bookstore, coffee shop in Ruston.
And you want the library to do this.
And
You want the library to. Good for you.
This is gonna be more fun for you.
My kids will love you. Those in the school will love you. Oh, obviously.
we do resort ministry in the parks. We do disaster relief. We have a feeding unit that can do 25,000 meals a day. It's funded through our thrift stores. This past year, we were in Naples. We did 100,000 meals this past summer in Naples. We have a GED program. Right now in our Ruston campus, we have 25 enrolled in our GED program. So we're a multifaceted nonprofit.
Such a great thing.
We hope that to just invest back in the community. It's not your typical thrift store, okay? I'd encourage you to visit our website online. We'd like for it to be as close to a retail experience as you could. And this building is going to be our crown jewel, we believe, because we've never worked with a historic building before. And we are so excited about the potential that this building has long-term for us to bring it back to what it was.
There is a safe in there, right?
There is a safe, and
you have-
we're kind of scared of that safe based on some things they've told us about. Don't drill into it or don't do anything with what's on the door. I don't know. They said over years, whatever that package is that keeps you out might turn into nitroglycerin. I don't know. You believe everything you read. But the oldest certificate we found on the safe door was, I think, 1936. But it's our understanding the building was constructed around 1908 to 1912, as best we can.
It's probably in our inventory.
So.
The family's no longer here, I'm assuming, either, to give you some kind of history on it.
What family is that?
It'd be Kelly Kelly family or the Weber family,
Oh,
because it was Kelly Weber building. Okay, you're in business.
Okay, thank you.
I
Yes.
got one more quick question. Are you familiar with the Giving Tree Ministries in Minden?
I am not.
Okay.
Giving Tree.
It's called Giving Tree. I think it's Giving Tree Ministries.
We have a drop-off in Minden, but we don't have a location there.
Oh, okay.
So we're in Shreveport, Bossier, Arcadia, 2 in Ruston, West Monroe, Monroe, and Pineville.
Okay.
And
So
you started in Ruston, right?
started in Ruston 30-something years ago. Well, but the first thrift store was in 2003.
And you'll take donations?
Yes.
In fact, they're already taking them.
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I've already made some. District 8 office out. I'll tell you about it.
Okay, okay.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any other business to come before the commission?
Yes, we have old business. If you refresh your agenda, it should pull up.
Old business?
Let's see. That didn't show. Wait a minute.
Under old business, there's something you've added?
Yes, I'm opening it up now for your screens.
I can't,
Is this not showing on ours?
it's not showing on our
Let
screen.
me- Refresh.
Do refresh? I don't have a refresh. You know how to do refresh?
Let's see. It's at the top, number 2, old business.
Open the agenda now.
It's under number 2, old business.
Oh, number 2?
No, it didn't add it like that. Let me see.
It should be at the very top. Gina has it.
Oh, Conway Boone Construction,
Right.
726
Yeah, it
Third
doesn't
Street.
open for whatever reason. Go back this way.
Okay,
In meetings.
let's go back and have a motion to go back into old business.
And then number 2.
And a motion from Ms. Dr. Owens, a second from
I second it.
Dr. Crosno to revert back to old business for application.
Conway Boone.
Conway Boone. Okay, sideways, the address, what is the address of the property?
That's Kip Ferris, or?
Oh, the law office, yes, the funeral home.
Yes.
Yes, I'm from last month, okay.
Yes, sir.
What do you, okay, what's going on today? Let's take a look at that.
So y'all asked me to add
shrubs and lighting, and to bring a sample of the gravel.
Okay, so you're adding shrubs around the perimeter, just like Citibank, like we had given you direction.
Yes, sir.
And you've installed lights. Do the lights match basically what we see in the district, or are they different lights?
Yes, sir, they're from, Bevola lights from Kathy Frederick.
Okay. It's a Bevelo, yes. Yeah, that's what the district has, okay.
You bring some gravel there in that bucket?
I did.
I want to take a look at it.
Okay, the lighting's fine, because that matches everybody else. Yeah, Bevelo from New Orleans.
And you requested the door.
It's crushed gravel.
Yeah.
Crushed aggregate. Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, so we've amended, we've got the rock, example, it's the crushed aggregate. We have the Bevelo lighting installed in the parking area. We've got shrubs bordering the property, the parking on the side. And it looks like everything else, and the lights are attached to the building, of course, but it looks like everything else we've got covered.
Okay, the ones attached to the building, can they just be the standard wall lighting?
Are they gonna look like the other ones?
They don't look like the
They don't like the Bevelo ones?
No, sir.
What do they look like? If you could, in other words, let's just make sure we have that in the record. So your standalone lights that are in the parking lot are Bevelo. The ones that are on the building, it looks like there's 3 of them.
Yes, sir, just these wall packs?
Oh, they're security lights.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just regular,
Okay.
large LED lights. Okay, do I have a motion to approve or amend, update or amend their application for that building?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I have a second from Dr. Owens, a motion from Dr. Owens, a second from Ms. Robertson to amend the application with the request that we made last month, and I'm looking again just to make sure we've got everything. Everything is there. Any discussion on the motion? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, the same. You good to go?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for
Appreciate
taking care of
y'all.
that.
I do have a
Thank
quick question. So the funeral home is going to be on the back side of the building?
It'll be on the, if you're looking at it from 3rd Street, it'll be the right side.
Next to the Marvin Bellows mechanic shop?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Gonna be in that part of the building?
Right. Yes,
What's it
ma'am.
called again?
Eternal Peace Funeral Home. Yes,
And where
ma'am.
you guys from?
Well, I'm from Ruston,
He's a contractor, he's not.
Oh,
He's not a mortician.
right,
oh, okay.
but he's actually in Tallulah. He lives in Tallulah, but he's,
Cute Tallulah, okay,
yes,
thank
ma'am.
you.
Yes, ma'am, thank y'all.
Okay,
Y'all
good
have a
luck, and if
evening.
you have anything else you need to add, you just need to come by and drop it with the commission, and we'll continue to approve and review as you go through.
Okay, appreciate
Your
y'all.
business, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, is any other business to come before the commission? Seeing none, do I have a motion for adjournment?
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Second, oh.
Motion from Dr. Croswell, second from Dr. Owen. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. Meeting is adjourned.
We are good.